What's up, guys? So I'm back again with another episode. I just ran down the Mexico City card, but there was a lot of other news that broke this weekend that I didn't get a chance to get to, as well as last night. Last night there was the RAF, Real American Freestyle Wrestling, and we had Arman Sarukian going against Giorgio Pulas, and Arman won the fight or won the match, but it's the brawl that happened after the match. So I guess there was some very hard collar tie slapping going off. Arman really didn't like it. He won the match, but after the match was over, they were still in a position, like an over-under position on their knees. Arman runs Giorgio Pulas over his knees and then lands a right hand, like sticks him. People jump in. I believe Giorgio Pulas said that his 62-year-old dad and his two brothers ran onto the mat, as well as Arman's entourage. It was a huge brawl that was going on. I mean, there was fists flying. I mean, people getting taken down. It was absolute madness. Sugar Shane O'Malley and Marab Devashvili were there in the crowd watching this, taking videos. It was absolute madness. So I don't know how this affects Arman moving forward as far as the UFC, because this was the RAF promotion, Real American Freestyle Wrestling. But this just goes to show that whatever Dana has said about Arman, where, you know, he's pulling out of fights, he's headbutting Dan Hooker at the weigh-ins, like, he doesn't deserve it. I don't know if this is going to affect him as far as the next title shot, but I could see it affecting him. And it sucks because Arman, it just seems like Arman, I don't know if it's because people are poking him all the time, because he does come from money. He doesn't need to fight, but he's one of the best guys in the world at his job. You know, as far as coming to MMA and in the UFC, he is the #1 contender, regardless of where he comes from money or not. I mean, he's there, but, you know, he's doing stupid things. But I kind of like that about Arman. He don't let shit slide. I like a guy who is like, yo, this is where I'm at, but if you're going to poke me, you're going to get checked. But when it comes to a professional level, as a professional fighter, you have to be able to let things go. But it just seems like with Arman, he don't let shit go. And I can respect that to a certain extent. Like, fuck you. You know, if you're going to poke at me and try to throw jabs, like I'm just some ordinary motherfucker, like I'm going to let you know what time it is. So I respect that about Arman. You know, I respect that, you know, Giorgio Pulas was doing some foul shit in there, you know, with the heavy collar ties and the slaps. And Arman was like, oh, okay, I'm going to make you pay. I'm going to make you not ever forget this match. And he did. And, but Arman did get the win against Giorgio Pulas, or Pulas, however you say it. I don't know if he's Latino or Spanish speaking or Italian. It's probably Pulas if you're Italian. If it's, you know, Spanish speaking, it's Puyas. But either way, while I'm on the RAF, Colby Covington was there. Of course, talking his shit, trying to stay relevant. And he says he called out 3 names. Who do you want to see me wrestle next? He called out Arman Sarukian. He called out Kamaru Usman. And he called out GSP to wrestle him at RAF. I don't know about y'all, but everything I've heard about Colby, and this is people they're insiders that I still talk to that are in the fight business, that Colby Covington is not, that was just a whole, like a persona. Because if you guys don't know, he was going to get cut from the UFC because they didn't like the style that he had. It was a very wrestling-based style. It was kind of boring, and he was going to get cut. And that's why he, like, in wrestling talks, he went full heel, like, bad guy persona, and started doing, like, the whole Trump MAGA thing, and really got under a lot of people's skin. And that's why people wanted to see him fight, you know, especially against Kamaru, the whole, you know, talking shit about his dad, that his dad was a, you know, a criminal and was in prison, which he was, that they should have deported him back to Nigeria and all this stuff. Like, it really made people watch. So I can respect that hustle, but that persona I really didn't like, because I thought he went too far, especially against Leon, when Leon's dad was murdered due to gang violence when he was a young boy, and he talked shit about Leon's dad. I think that was kind of crossing the line. And then when he started talking about Jorge Masvidal's kids and his ex-wife, I thought that was kind of over the line. But then again, all is fair in war, man. Like, this is fighters, when we go to fight, that's the closest thing you're going to get to war, you know. And I will never say that we are on the same level as soldiers or anything like that. I have the utmost respect for our veterans. You know, I have a lot of friends who are United States Marine Corps, United States Air Force, United States Navy. I always show them the utmost respect. But outside of that, we are the next warriors that are there, you know, fighters. But I just never liked that heel turn storyline that Kobe did, because I think he took it too far. But he's over here calling guys out on RAF. But I'm like, dude, if you really want to fight, you need to go back to the UFC and fight somebody, because you're still under contract. And there's people that still want to see you fight or get your ass whooped. So that's the other thing that came out of RAF. And then they had Khamzat Chimaev, which there's news on him. His reaction to watching the Arman brawl, you know, unfold, and they're all laughing and everything. But another thing that came out about Khamzat, there was a United States Air Force veteran, 46-year-old United States Air Force veteran, who said he saw Khamzat Chimaev at the airport. He said at 0200 hours, which is 1 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the morning in Dubai. He approached him like he wanted to say hello to him because he's a fan of the UFC. And then his entourage kind of like surrounded him. And then Khamzat Chimaev rushed through the crowd and front kicked him in the chest. Like, that's wild, man. That's not a funny thing, you know. I mean, I don't know why he did that. If it's true or not, it's the guy's socials out there, and he said that there's CCTV on it, that there's proof. I don't know why Khamzat would do that, other than maybe he had his uniform on. But if that's true, then, you know, fuck Khamzat. You know, I'm Mexican American, but I am American, and you don't fuck with the military. You don't fuck with our military, you know, especially a veteran, 46 years old in the United States Air Force. Fuck that. If that's true, then fuck Khamzat Chimaev, and I ain't ever gonna back you again. Like, you don't do that to, I say civilian, but not like in the terms of the military, because he's a civilian to the fight game. He's not a civilian when it comes to the military. He's currently active United States Air Force. So if that's true, then fuck Khamzat Chimaev, and, you know, I'm not gonna praise him if that's what he did in an airport to a civilian outside of the fight game. You know, he probably just wanted to say, "What's up, champ?" or maybe get a picture. But he said it himself that he didn't ask for a picture, didn't ask for an autograph or anything. He just wanted to say, "What's up" to the champ, and then he got front kicked by the champ. So if that's true, fuck Khamzat Chimaev. The other big news that broke late Friday evening, I believe it was Friday evening, Alex Perriera, the reigning defending 205 champ, lightweight champ, vacates his title. I think he's on a full-fledged move to heavyweight. There was a video going around, circulating on socials, that he weighed himself and he was like 240 pounds. So I think the next move is he's going to go up to heavyweight and either fight Cyril Gane for an interim title, or maybe there's still the possibility of him versus John Jones at the White House. I don't know which one it's going to be, but either one, I'm all in. I mean, if he's going to fight John Jones at the White House, I could see that happening. John Jones will win. He will just grapple him and beat Alex Perriera, probably by submission or TKO on the ground. And then John will be the interim heavyweight champion, and then maybe we'll get the fight that we all wanted to see 2 years ago when Tom comes back, if he comes back, and then we get John Jones, Tom Aspinall. But if it's not John Jones, I could see Alex Perriera versus Cyril Gane, which would be a great stand-up match. Both guys have really good striking. I'd give the edge to Alex Perriera, but Cyril Gane has shown that he is not willing to grapple. Like, he will grapple like he did against Francis Ngannou. But I still give Alex Perriera the edge on that one, and that would be a great fight with Tom Aspinall coming back. Alex Perriera versus Tom Aspinall. I think if that happened, I'd give Aspinall the nod because of his grappling and wrestling ability against Alex Perriera. But either way, man, Alex Perriera versus John Jones at the White House, or Alex Perriera versus Cyril Gane at International Fight Week, or at the White House, either way, I'm hearing talks that they might not bring Conor back for the White House, but maybe have him headline International Fight Week in July. I hope to God it's against Nate Diaz. Like, what could be bigger than Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor 3, International Fight Week in Las Vegas at T-Mobile? I mean, it would be huge. Absolutely huge. So the last thing I want to cover is that the Mexico City Fight Night bonuses came out. Emmanuel Rodriguez wins $100,000 for performance of the night. Honor Kavanaugh wins $100,000 for fight of the night and gets a call from FaceTime call from John Jones. He was praising him about his kicks, his Muay Thai. He didn't really show a lot of good Muay Thai, but his kicks, the calf kicks, were brutal. And John Jones was really praising Honor Kavanaugh, and that guy is for sure going to be ranked inside the top 10 after this weekend in that performance. And then fight of the night, as I said earlier in just my previous video, Regina Tarin versus Ernesta Karakoche from Lithuania. That was fight of the night. That was the best fight of the night, and it was the fourth fight or third fight on the prelims to start the night off in Mexico City. Regina Tarin is from Mexico. She's a Mexicana, but they both get the bonus, man. And I'm so happy for them because they earned it. They earned it big time. So 100K to all four of those people: Ernesta Caricocha, Regina Tarin, Honor Kavanaugh, and Emmanuel Rodriguez all got 100K. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's it for me for today on the news outside of UFC Mexico City. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell so you get the notifications, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace!